This time of the quick speed shot, we're finishing up the lumber construction on the tow truck edition on the Backyard Gas Station. Look, it's got a storefront and everything. Let's check it out. All right, guys, we're back at it here at the Backyard Gas Station building today. It's 4th of July. It's a balmy, like 85 degrees out. Perfect day to labor out in the blazing sun. So let's take a look at what we got. First video I put up the posts, got that going, got the top 1 2x6 tied in, got the bottom boards tied in. Now we're gonna start framing serious here. Unfortunately, like I said, it's 4th of July and I don't have my rafter hangers. I made a mistake and didn't buy any, so we're gonna see how far we can get with that. I think I got one, but we'll figure it out. But what we can do is put the girt boards around, 2x4s around for the metal siding to attach onto. And I've just gone and I put the top cord on here to tie the wall into here. I've spaced out my metal with 3/4 inch plywood, because these ribs are, I think I just did this in the previous clip, but I'll tell you again, 3/4 inch ribs, and I've just gone right through the metal on there, and then I'm going to use the lip up there for my flashing is going to go up under that lip, so that's why I left the metal on. Just went right over it, but I'm about ready to hang that piece on. It's a 2x6, and I did add another 2x6 behind the wall to nail into, so that's structural, and there's a post in the center. I got a feeling I already told you this. I did. I think there's another clip on here. I don't know. It's like we had a party last night. There's beer bottles and cans everywhere. There's dragsters. There was a short you might have seen with fire coming out of the dragster, 4th of July fireworks out of the 401 nailhead. All kinds of things. So we had a kind of like work/friend party here. This thing was blowing flames. It was loud. There was fireworks across the street. But anyways, we're back at it. So I might have told you that in an earlier clip, but let's cut this 16-foot 2x6 to go up here. Here's a little tip I do when I'm working by myself. I like to make a little hanger, like a little crotch action. And I just loosely screwed a 2x4 on there to sit on top of this post so I can go curt and set my 2x6 up and hang the one end. And then I go over here and I hang the other end with a screw, and then I go in the middle and I level it up, make sure it's level or plumb or whatever. I should, let's see, I don't have a dimension for that side. Actually, I'll probably have to go in the middle and level it because I won't be able to see the level. But anyways, if you're building by yourself, do something like that. It makes things real easy to hang by yourself up in the air. That's how I got this 2x6 up here. I put one on this end and hung the other end and leveled it. So yeah, let me go cut that out. And then these are just 2x4s going to go across here all the way around. I've got a bunch of those. I had to uncover my lumber pile because I was using an old tarp to cover it, and lo and behold, I uncovered it and all the lumber was damp, and it's been damp for a while. So luckily it didn't warp, but it was 3 months of laying there kind of waterlogged. So it's drying now in the sun and it should be okay. But I wanted to cut my 3 girt boards here. So you see I added a board to the middle. That's going to give me a little bit of structure in the center because this wall is 10 feet wide and it would be a little springy in the center. So I used a 2x4 one up, attach the top and bottom. It would also give me an upper mount to mount my rafter to, give a little action for that. So I cut 3 2x4s at, what was it? 1.5 inches shy of 10 feet. So they should slip right in here. And I've just marked some marks on the post. Yeah, perfect flush. My screws are going to be 2 foot on center. So hold on 1 second. Get this established here. I marked it, but we'll palmer up with a level 2. About there-ish. Perfect. And then, hold on. Like I said, I'm using screws to attach things, and then I'll nail it. I got to use galvanized nails in the treated post and regular nails in the untreated posts. But my girt boards will be, so I got a screw and a screw attachment every 2 feet. So it'll be up top, there's gonna be one here in the middle, this one, and then one more down, and then the bottom. And that'll give me something to screw all the metal into. And on the corners, we're gonna block them in solid to help support the 2x6s up with the rafters, and to give me a solid corner to attach the corner trim to and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take my old 2x6s I use for the concrete work, which are just junk. I'll cut them up into pieces and I'll block in these corners when we get done. But I'll bang all these 3 out on here, and we'll be established at one wall. We might as well go right down the other wall with the 16 footers, run them down there, and get both walls made up with no reason not to. Are these nails long enough? Yes, they are. Boom. Okay, it's a couple hours later. I did a ton of cutting. I had some lunch, waited for it to cool down just a little bit. You can see we're in the shade now. It was boiling hot earlier. Hot. Anyways, here we go. Got all the girt boards on. As you can see, a little moldy here. That's why I said that things are getting wet, but it'll dry out. And some of these are a little worse for wear, so I picked the ones, I wanted to leave the best ones for the roof boards up there. So I picked the worst ones here and put them down for girt boards, because the siding screws will go right in the center, so that's not going to matter. Actually, it doesn't really matter for the roof, but I just picked the worst ones there, and I got everything good. Oh, I blocked in all the corners. I took all those boards that had the concrete on them and cut them up and blocked them in. I measured so they're tight. A lot of them had to just tap in lightly with a hammer. So now that blocks this post all the way up and down. So the headers, this one and there will be another one on the inside, fit or sit on top of solid blocking all the way down. And I staggered all the joints, wrapped them around here. Like, see, this joint's over here, and then these joints are up here on the girts. So it's super locked in. This is way heavy duty for a lean-to. I got my center board here, so this back wall that would have been a little flimsy is nice and sturdy now. The side walls are 8 foot between the posts, but they're sturdy too. There's no wind blowing on that from that side. So we're good there. I'm one board shy in my blocking, but when I take the corner support post off, I can cut that up for blocking. So now I think we're going to go up and make the rafter. I'm sorry, I got to hang the 2x16 header, or not 2x16, 2x6 header that's 16 feet long. I got to hang that up there on the plywood, get that sucker into place. So I'm going to make another crotch notch over there, crotch notch, and hang that over there so I can hang the board up in the air, both sides. And it'll be easier for me. We'll get that mounted. Then we'll get out a 2x6 and we'll make the rafter here. I've got an angle finder. We'll find the angle to dangle, cut it there. I've got one joist hanger that's adjustable one. I can hang one joist hanger here. We'll get this out. Board in my notch. I'm gonna have to go to that side to get the precise measurement, because this side is kind of in space right now. But as you can see, boom. The crotch notch works fan-freaking-tastic. All right. Okay, for my rafter trick, I've run a string line from the bottom of that board all the way down to the top of where the bottom of the rafter is going to be. So the string represents the bottom of the rafter. You can see it on that board there. And I've got this handy little angle duplicator finder thingamajig. So all I got to do is not fall off the ladder. Hold on. Is take this, hold it up on my board here, and then pull it down. I've already bent it to where it needs to be, but boom, that gives me the angle of the tail, the upper tail of the rafter. So now all I do is take this, lay it on the rafter, cut my angle, and bring it over here and lay it up on. It should be good to go. I've spiked the crap out of this here with a big 16 penny nails, wherever they are. So they're on. It's on there. It's located, screwed and nailed, really good. Okay, cut my angle on the rafter here. Let's see if we can stick it up on without dying. Of course, now I'm tangled up in the string. Hoop. Aha. Boom. That, I know you guys are far away, but that is dialed. There you go, and now you can see what I am talking about. I got just enough room to get the roof up under the other roof up there, and the rafter tails are wild. I'll probably leave like a 1 foot overhang, so I'll measure out, draw a chalk line, zing them all off parallel to the ground, put the fascia board on, and then that'll be good. But it is looking, what did I do around here? I got full fascia action right there, so it'll match that. Leave the roof overhang like 3 inches for dripping. So I can take this 2x6 back over to the stack of rafters. It's gonna be, the rafters are gonna be 2 foot on center. So actually I can take and I can measure and mark them all where they gotta be up there. But I can use this one as a template to cut the angle. That angle finder is, there's not really any way to, like, if it gets bumped, it gets out of adjustment, there's no way to tell. So it's better just I'll lay this on there and just scribe across the line, cut the same angle all the way across, cut all the rafters, and then when I can go to the store and get some more joist hangers, we can bang these suckers up on there. And I've been to the store and I've got bracketry. So let's hang the rafters. These are joist hangers for making rafters. And they do is they sit up on a ledger board here like this, and then the 2x6 nails into this. You use 1.5-inch nails. They nail through the end, nail through the top of the piece, and they nail through the sides, so they nail everything together instead of just like toenailing the rafters on. So I got 6 of these. They're like a couple bucks a piece, or I actually got 8 of them because we got 8 rafters. So let's go ahead and we'll dig out a rafter. We'll slap one of these bad boys on there. I've already marked where it's got to go up on the header board, so we'll throw one up on and we'll get right to work. So last time off camera I cut all my rafters and I cut my angles I need, and this bracket just goes like this, and it goes flush with the top of the rafter, and then you nail it into in through the face here, and then through the sides and through the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll use, like I said, 1.5-inch nails. Nail this on here real fast from the back just to hang these brackets, and then we'll throw the rafters up on there, and we'll put some nails through this. You can also use like bigger nails and toenail through the bottom of the rafter if you want, but this is some extra action to help hold these together. Okay, it's a little tricky to do with the camera, but I got you kind of watching. So let's take our first rafter. I've nailed the bracket on there, you see that? And I've marked out all along here where the tailors are gonna go, and I've got the, oh wait, this needs to go on the outside. Oh, shoot. Anyways, hold on a second. I marked out where the tails go and the upper pieces. So if I can get this around here. Aha. Boom. Not going to nail it home yet. Here we go. So that's pretty much the process for that. I'll just put the tails wild here for a minute, then we'll go on the other end. We'll put the brackets on the other end. I cut these all the pattern. My header board right there, there's no spacer, and I got like about an 1/8 inch gap under the one side. I'm gonna try to draw that together once I get going here. Well, let me put you on fast motion and we'll bang the rest of these rafters out on here. Bam, there we go. Let's take a look. So I got everything laid out. I skipped the center one because I forgot to notch this post. I was just going to cut off flush, but actually the rafter goes in the center of it, so I'm going to take a saw and cut a notch in it, and then I can nail through the side of it just to give a little extra action here. And then the last one, because I'm going to put a false storefront up here, a rectangle, essentially, it gets bumped in 3.5 inches back for 2x4s on the outside, so I just left that one off because I think I also need to trim the this post here to notch it for that. But I've put a nail in everyone to hold it up. Let's go over here and look at the tails. Here, the tails are just wild right now, and when I'll snap a string line or measure off the wall, and we'll trim them all to the same length. I tried to put the good side of the lumber up and the bad side down, so that's just going to be an overhang there, but essentially it'll get cut off vertically here and then get a fascia board run down the side of it. Probably like a foot overhang or something like that. But yeah, look at that rafter action. Now to mount on the back side here, I have another 2x6 that's going to go just like this header. I'm going to double up my headers, kind of like I did here on the overhang of the gas pump. I got the headers on the outside, and then I slide the second one up in higher so both of them are touching the rafters because they're slanted. And you can see here I've used 2x6s to make some rafter tails. For this lean-to, I bought some brackets. They're another couple of bucks, and these go here and they nail onto your inner piece, and then they grab on here. Actually, I could put these on this piece here, and it would then they would kind of be hidden up in there. You know what, maybe I'll do that just so we don't see them as much on the inside. If I mount them this way, then they'll be hidden from view on the inner one. I think I'll do that. I'll just attach them right to this, and then we'll put the other 2x6 on the outside. Seems like a good plan. So let me go notch that out real fast and stuff, then we'll get these brackets ready to mount up on, and we can get the last 2 rafters put up on, and then the roof will be good. I can actually put my 2x4s across this way that the metal roof's going to sit on. I can put them on. They're going to go out flush. I'm not going to have an overhang on this back wall. The back wall is going to get this fake T111 siding. I'm going to 14 it like I did there, and it's going to come right flush, and then there will be a Z channel like here on the steel wall, and then the steel wall will start. But I'm not going to put an overhang on this little roof. There's not really any reason to. It'll have the fascia wraparound fascia board, so it'll seal the roof up, and then it'll have a drip edge, and then the Z flashing, so everything will be waterproof. Okay, it's the next day. Let's take a look. Now what I had to do, I was not impressed with those little top hanging brackets. If you can see on this rafter here, it just hung from the top, and there's a knot there, and I actually got a split in the rafter, and I got super concerned. And the things are only hanging on from the very top. And I'm like, man, they seemed awful wiggly. So I had these joist hangers, 2x6 joist hangers. Now they're meant for straight joists, but I was able to use them anyway. So I ended up adding joist hangers to the bottom, and I spiked a nail through the bottom of the hanger just to help tie in the rafter. But now they're super sturdy. I was really concerned. I didn't like those brackets. See that one there, it was trying to split as well. And I don't know, I didn't like them at all. What I wanted was like something like this, I had one of these. It's a bracket that's adjustable, or they make a different style. I was looking for those, but they didn't have them at Lowe's. That's why I got them top hangers. But yeah, I was, you know, this is going to hold snow weight and stuff, so I'm like, man, that's not good at all. So I added regular 2x6 joist hangers. I used 16 penny nails, toe nailed them through there like you're supposed to with the hangers on the bottom, and then nailed them all in. So now they are super strong, held up there with the correct brackets, or well, correct brackets-ish. It's way, way, way better than it was. So I still need to go on this side and put on my second 2x6. I just ran a screw up in each tail on my mark to hold them in place, so they're all got one screw there. But I'm going to put the second 2x6 on right now, and then we'll put them other hangers on there and dial that roof in. Yeah, oh, and like I said, I cut the notch, so this guy is spiked right through the top of that post with some galvanized nails for the treated. But that rafter is tied in. You know, that's tying the building right from one side to the other. That's not going anywhere. Famous last words. And this one here, I notched the post out, tied this rafter into the post over here, and now I've just started laying out the storefront board, just trying to get a measurement on my tow truck. I need about 8 foot of clearance, 8'1", and this is about 8'4" here, so that'll be the bottom of the signpost, or the bottom of the storefront, I should say. A fake T111 I have is cut to 32 inches, so I'll have a 32-inch storefront, which actually is about the same height as the slope right now, so it'll match there, and just have the storefront. We'll patina it up with the black and red paint, just like the rest of the fake wood on the barn, or on the gas station here, so it'll match. I jumped ahead a little bit. I got all the 2x4s on for the metal up here. Let me climb up the ladder, I'll show you. Here we go. All right, check it out. I got 2x6 up here. I had one 12-footer left, and I cut a piece off, so I got here to start the roof. It's going to go up here, screw down on here, and then the flashing will go up under this lip here, so it'll be water good. It'll be on there good. I got all these down. Now what I do is I take and I nail one side and I screw the other side, so I've got a little bit of screw action, but I also have the strength of the nails. So that is all the way down. I am 16-foot 2x6s short of finishing. I need to make the last top board, and then I need the fascia board. So I'll get 2 more 16-footers in a couple days. I got a bunch of things coming up, so I don't know if I'll have a chance to get them, but we can cut those tails to length now. We'll do that in this video. But everything is good here. The metal, once I get everything, get down, I'll get some sketching out, and I'll measure all my metal pieces, and I'll order the metal and pick that up in a week or two. And then we're going to concentrate, the end of the video is putting together the storefront wall over here, the rectangle on the front edge. We'll build that right now. That is how you do that. Got all the tails cut off, just use the Sawzall, roughly cut them. I measured off the edge here, marked them all, then use the level, this little level here, this guy, to make it vertical, and then sawed them all off with the Sawzall. So this should be close enough for government work. When I get my fascia boards, I will go. I didn't realize this last board is so close to the edge, because I'm going to have a 2x6 out here, so when I put screws in here, I might not put screws in that first board because it's so close, or maybe I will, I don't know, whatever. Screws are cheap and they come in big bags, so I guess you can never have too many screws holding your roof down. But we got it's going to be a 15-inch overhang altogether with the fascia 2x6. Right now it's 13.5, and then I'll add 1.5 inches with the 2x6, and it'll be 15-inch overhang. Perfect. I went and added a 2x4 over here, and where my post is long, I had notched it, and I added the 2x4 corner over there, so everything's flush and square. Now I got the top piece here, and we'll just stud it out like 2 foot on center in the middle, and we'll have our, ow, that's sharp, our storefront. Oh, look at that. Why would you just look at it? Boom, boom, nice. There's my tape measure. My pieces of paneling I'm using are 32 1/4 just by happenstance, so that's making this perfect. All right, so I gotta mark this 2 foot on center, probably from this end. So to go there, hold on a minute. To there. I need to get up there and attach that. My ladder is woefully short right now. Anyways, let me get this down and mark it. It's way within the lines, so that's good. And these will, out. Just like that. Yes, sir. Boom. All right, so let me cut them 29 3/8-ish. That seems to be the number, and we'll stud this guy out. It's going to attach to the roof rafters too from the back side, so that'll hold the wall. You know, it's not going to want to do this. We're going to have a little bit of a wind catcher out here on the corner, but I think it's not going to blow off. It's going to be spiked into this all the way down. I think it'll be all right. I can always add some kind of metal strap to hold it from the back side, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. It's spiked into the post. It'll be attached to these rafters all the way along, so I doubt the wind's going to tear that down. Smells something burning. What's burning? It's not my house, is it? It doesn't look like it. That's good. Something's burning. Ow. Something's burning. Boom. Oh, shoot. I only cut 3 instead of 4. But you get the idea. Here it is, framed out 2 foot on center. And I will go and I'll attach to the top, and then I'll pull it all together and spike this to that. And our storefront will be mounted up nice and solid. All right, bam, that's it. The storefront is all spiked together, and I've tied it into the rafter on the back side. There you can see the nails there. So she is spiked together, not going anywhere. So that's it for this one. Like I said, I've got to get 2 more 2x6s to do the fascia up here, and that'll be it. And I can measure for metal and get this thing all boxed in. But it's going to be awesome. 10x16, 8-foot door opening, or 8-foot high door opening. It's full width, 10 foot, or well, just shy under 10 foot on the front. Full opening there, but it's coming together good. And the sign, there's going to be signage up here on this when that gets all boxed in, so it'll be super awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's going to do it for this one. Next time I'll have the metal. We'll put the metal on the roof and the siding, and button this thing up, and I'll patina up the fascia board, or the billboard, whatever, storefront board, whatever it is. I'll patina that up, I'll get that on, and I'll wrap this sucker up. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to come back. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell for the alerts, and come back. You're going to want to see the end of this. We're going to finish her up here at the Quick Speed Shop.